What's up, everybody? What is going on out there in YouTube land? This is your girl, Sis-Lo, and I am here with another newsworthy update. So, this particular story, the top story, hails from Buffalo, New York, where at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, people shopping at a local grocery store were met with a hail of gunfire. And at this time, the suspect was a young white male dressed in army fatigue, heavily armed and heavily armored. He approached the grocery store with an assault rifle. On the butt of the rifle, he had the N word, written. He is identified to be a white nationalist, or in other words, a white supremacist. He began shooting upon entry of the grocery store, and he continued to shoot until at least 10 victims were fatally wounded, one of which was known in the community as a church deacon. Also, fatally wounded was a former Buffalo police officer, retired officer, working as a security guard. He did set off rounds, but because the perpetrator was so heavily armored, the bullet didn't even penetrate his protective gear. So the round didn't count. But he, in fact, returned fire and fatally wounded the retired police officer, the former police officer. My question to you all, we know that hate exists. There's no question about that. We know that hate is not going anywhere. There's no question about that. But this type of hate, is it nature or nurture? Are these people bred to hate this way? Are they born to hate? Are they born with it in their blood? Or is this a learned behavior, this type of hate? To further examine this topic, I am also going to share another story that came to my attention today. Right now, I want to thank my co-host today for the evening, my brother. Come on in, bro.
What's going down?
What's What's going on, bro? I know you heard of this unfortunate incident, and I know, just like me and many, many, many other people, this came as a big shock to you as well. For this person who did not even live in this community, this man didn't. Not only did he not live in this community, but he's the community is majority African American. Is a predominantly black community, and this is where the black people shop, the minority shop and live in this area. So he drove, from my understanding, some hours, a few
200 miles. That's 300. That's 3.5 hours.
mm, to come and perpetrate his premeditated plan. All right, what you got to say, bro? I'm gonna let you have the floor for a minute.
Well, the security guard did right, but I wish the security guard, honestly, that was a situation where a head shot make the heart stop. There's nowhere in the world that that boy should have been able to come out of that store, drop on his knees, take his helmet off, and then the police tackled him. Nope. He should have been, his noodles should have been Raymond and all the way scrambled. Whether it was if it was any one of us, and the call would have came in as just saying a blackmail period. All they would have heard was a blackmail gun. But they got a report, white male with a body vest on, highly armed, randomly shooting in the grocery store. But y'all tackling him after the mayhem. So what's there to say about that? Here's my thing.
What is there to say?
Huh?
What is there to say? I mean, this is something that's all too often where white individuals are able to openly carry assault rifles, and if they are approached, the first thing they said, "This is my right. I'm licensed to carry. I can carry a assault rifle, and walk up and down the street with it if I want to." But if it was an African American that were to do the same thing,
He'll get manhandled.
without question, the first thing
Yeah.
that African American gets is tackled to the ground.
Yeah, they running up on him, and they gonna disarm him and everything, and the whole nine.
Without question, and ask questions later.
And then figure it out and be like, well, why would you want to do that? And just because you can don't mean you should, and all that old lot. Man, I got no time for that. That's why you don't show nobody nothing.
And
With
they shoot first and ask questions later when it comes to a young black 18-year-old kid. You know, they get
anybody,
shot running from a traffic stop.
kids, elderly,
18 year
women.
old kid gets to walk through a grocery store and gun down 10 people in the grocery store. And he was looking for African Americans to shoot and to kill. That was his mission.
Now, peep this out.
That
Now,
was his mission. So my question is it nature or nurture? Do you think that people are I mean, are these hateful individuals born this way,
yep, it's both ways. If you ask me,
or are they bred this way?
they both. They naturally born with those instincts, and they bred it that way because of their upbringing. And you are a product of your environment. So simple and plain. He did that. If you have ill intentions, that's like me literally driving. Um, that's like me driving, let's say, to somewhere like uh, let's say if I go somewhere over in a little hick town or somewhere over in eastern Texas or small Louisiana or somewhere over there about 3 hours away, and just randomly just go on up in there and just start bucking folks. You think they gonna let me run up out of there alive? Let alone get on my knees and take off my body vest and helmet and all that? No,
Like
the
I said,
minute,
they're gonna
the
shoot
minute,
first and ask questions. Like
exactly.
you might have disarmed the individual that was actually shooting and was coming out with the weapon after you disarmed them, but they're not even gonna ask what happened. They're just gonna shoot.
Yeah, because all they know is there's just a
Well,
live shooter on
well,
the scene.
we thought he was the perpetrator because he, had the weapon and this and that. They don't ask. They shoot first and ask questions later. Let's welcome to the panel my sister, Miss Sister T from the hood table. Hey, sis. Thanks for coming on. I know you had a busy day with Ace.
Oh, hey, what's up? I was on mute. My bad.
It's all right, babe. You got anything you want to add to us real quick?
I literally just woke up. So,
Uh-oh.
Well,
I
you have you
literally,
heard about the
literally
incident
just woke up.
when you were supposed to leave?
You said what now?
Did you hear about the incident, or you want us to bring you up to speed?
You talking about the one with the shooting?
The mass shooting in Buffalo, New York. Yes.
Yeah, I literally just read. Well, I didn't even finish reading the article. I literally just woke up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's crazy.
This young man drove. Where did he drive from, bro?
Over 200 miles. I think 200 miles west or 200 miles
Community,
east, south,
a
southeast
black
of Buffalo.
community that he didn't even live in.
Yeah. He drove at least about 3.5+ hours away. At least three plus hours, 3.5 hours, totally away. That had nothing to do with nothing. Nobody. I don't even think he even know nobody in New York. I mean, Buffalo. Specifically, just went to the hood, really north of downtown. So you just post, you just pull up and just roll up and just like fuck it. I'm about to go in this store and just start dumping.
He drove to that particular community with the intention of assassinating the members of that community.
Like, and you know
Literally.
what's so? Oh man, New York has some of the worst. They have the worst when it comes to uh able to own a weapon or a firearm or protect yourself. It is the worst in the country.
I mean, my feelings are just hurt with this situation. One of the individuals, sis, was a deacon of the church, a deacon, an upstanding citizen, in he worked as a jitney at the store, and he would give people rides home, and they called him out. The people at the store knew him by name, called him out, and that he was a really nice guy. He had been working at the store for years. Everyone knew who this guy was.
You
And
remember?
another individual was the security guard who was a retired Buffalo police officer. And he took him out. He was able to, the security guard was able to get around off, but because the guy was so heavily protected, it didn't do any good.
He didn't think to shoot him above the neck. He was too really trying to do center mass. That didn't work. I see you coming in with a vest. I'm not shooting at your chest.
Yeah.
Period.
And here's that's 100% true. And here's another issue. Here's another young man. We had the young man that went and killed all those people and was found innocent. 16-year-old boy. And now we have an 18-year-old.
Hmm. Yeah, they need to bring him.
An 18-year-old that
The
drives.
shooter was a 18-year-old.
Yeah, it was an 18-year-old. And he drove from, Vibrant Love says, from Conklin, New York. 200
Okay,
miles away.
so okay, because I just woke up and I started reading the story, but then I was just like, let me just jump on instead of sitting here reading the story. But so you saying a 18-year-old drove 200 miles away to shoot up a grocery store?
To shoot up he was a white
Yeah,
nationalist.
it didn't matter where. It was just that grocery store was where he caught.
I'm just verifying the story, placing things.
No, you good, sis. I mean, it's bush, man. Look, like I
He,
said, he shouldn't be breathing. I don't give a damn.
he identifies himself as a white nationalist
Oh yeah, he
or
definitely
a
need to be
white
put to sleep.
supremacist.
But you
Wow.
know they ain't gonna do nothing to him. They gonna put him in PC.
Protective
And, I
custody.
mean yeah until he get around his brethren and the Aryan brothers. They gonna take care. It's always a guard. They gonna look out for him. They ain't gonna let the niggas get to him too. They ain't gonna let the niggers or they ain't gonna let them get to him too quick.
Mm.
He did them a favor. He's representing. He's white power. That's what you call white power.
And the commissioner was so upset about it that he had him arraigned today. Normally, you don't get arraigned until at least the next day. He had him arraigned today.
Yeah, because he know the repercussions and consequences that are come along with it if he didn't. That's the key. They don't want to rouse the good Negroes up. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that.
Bible Love says he pled not guilty.
Well, turn him loose then. Let him go. If he ain't guilty, let him go.
They
I
say
mean,
he's here in a medical, a paper medical gown. And of course, that's just building an insanity.
the streets will take care of that. Just all they gotta do is just find out, let him go. That he's about to be released. Oh, he wouldn't make it back to his hometown.
So this brings me to this. I want to share something with y'all. And this one says, I know this, I couldn't find, I got to go to the actual page where this was taken from, but I didn't get her permission either. So I am going to go with this one. I'm going to play a snippet of this right here. And this right here is a mess, honey.
Going down.
I'll try to, my screen is acting up. Let me see if I can get this to come.
Hey guys, so check out this video.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm trying to. I can't get it to get any bigger, y'all.
This little boy coming to my house, beating on my door with a whip, trying to attack my daughter. Take a look at this. Also, please like, share, and comment.
Little boy, you better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my goddamn door like that. Go. Okay.
So as the video progresses, my husband goes over to speak to his father about what just took place.
Across the street.
Take a look at this.
You got video? Come over here.
Not really. We have it on video. Get off my property. Seriously.
He has a gun behind his back.
Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son. I'm showing you the video.
We're showing you the video.
The door. You ain't showing me the video of me scratching your car. Get off my plan.
That's just a portion of the video. As the video goes on, you see, I'm sorry, y'all. As the video goes on, you see the young man with the whip, his dad, and that was his mother that was talking during the video that was narrating. They go to the home of the young man to talk to his father and show his father the video. The young man comes to their door with a whip to attack their 9-year-old daughter, African American daughter, with a whip. He came with a whip, slapping on the door. He smacked on their car, on their Volvo, and was it a Volvo or Audi, and put a big mark on their car with the whip. So when they went to the family's home to approach the father and show the father the videos about what was going on and what the son had done, the father became irate.
Oh, you gonna tell them over with just haul it out, sweat it out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she became irate. And once she became irate, he became irate. He came to the door with a gun behind his back. And when the father was trying to talk to him about it, he got mad and told him to walk, get off my property.
Pussy with a gun.
And while the father was out there talking, he shot at him and almost shot himself. And his daughter was standing behind him. So subsequently, he went to jail. The white father went to jail after pulling the gun out on, and his son. Now, who do you think is going to allow? Do you think I'm going to let a little white boy come to my door, knocking on my door with a whip, approach my 9-year-old granddaughter, and I don't do something? What in the world? And the
And his daddy getting shot.
ignorant. That hate is embedded.
I'm a horsewhip him. I'm gonna tie him up and straight horsewhip his ass. I'm talking about whoop his ass with a horsewhip.
Man, what is this saying? The truth ain't gonna take care of nothing. That's why Zimmerman is still alive. We'd rather kill our own for stepping on a pair of our J's and let. I can't help but to say that I agree with you.
No, no doubt.
I can't help but to say I agree with you. And it is even active. We got people acting a fool even on YouTube with each other over nothing.
Zimmerman, he's a fed anyway, so that's the
But
whole
we
thing
got,
for his son.
our children and our sons being killed for traffic stops. I thought about Corin Gaines today. That child's been on my mind. God rest her soul. I thought about Corin Gaines today. And I thought about how that baby died when SWAT teams raided her house and shot her up. And the only thing they were doing was serving her a nonviolent misdemeanor warrant, traffic warrant at that. And they raided her house with SWAT and killed that girl and shot her son, serving her a warrant for a traffic violation. How did that happen? And they shot her baby up. He survived, but she didn't. Our children are dying day by day. Our mothers, our brothers. And how could a white supremacist go into a church building and kill a group of people and then on the way take him to jail, stop and get Burger King? How does that happen? How does an entire race of people feel so or become so entitled while other races of people become so inferior?
Scared.
But why are we scared
A
when
program like that.
we have what so many want? The melanin, the athletic ability, the brain power, the strength. How are we afraid?
People like that need to be put to sleep, though. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, ain't nobody trying to really. When I say scared, man, that they ain't trying to go. They ain't trying to get caught up in. If I get they too busy worried about if I get caught. Well, if you think about getting caught, then you're gonna get caught. But that's a just certain things are just justifiable and a just cause. That means that these people they're getting younger and wiser and more bolder. And if you're just gonna show up randomly to where a bunch of people that you don't like, that don't look like you, and just one randomly, no matter if it's women, children, elderly, don't care, disabled, it don't matter. Babies, infants. No, there's nowhere in the world I'm gonna let you go. I don't give a damn how heavily armed you is. You eventually you gonna have a weak spot. You're gonna have a weak spot somewhere. And you're gonna catch one of these hot ones. There's nowhere in the world I'm gonna let you go. That not if I'm around in the vicinity. I mean, even with my instincts, I know how to hit the flow in the deck like everybody else, but I'm smart too. Cause I'm coming with one in the pipe. There's nowhere in the world I'm gonna let you even because the average shooting even like that may only last for so many seconds. But how's it that if somebody the individual that noticed it, he started firing first. But when he seen him pull up, he rushed up. That's why he took off on him first. But he figured that them 4-5 that he shot didn't hit. I mean, they didn't do nothing. And that's how he got his. That's how he got. Unfortunately, that's how he got. Licked up.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's to me. You should have done good. Well, they gonna do the same thing. Oh, we're gonna talk to him about it. Don't kill yourself, man. It's gonna be all right. No, it's not gonna be all right. That's where right then and there that that he needs to be dealt with. But of course they gonna somebody something somewhere, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put him in talking about some type of mental institution, and he ain't no more insane than Joe Biden. So I mean, really,
I don't know if that was
well, I'm just telling you the truth.
appropriate comparison, but
But I mean, just to make lighthearted the situation, but at the same time, I mean, it's sad, and I mean, I'm just speaking for myself as well. I'm pretty sure there's millions of other brothers and sisters out here that have no fear when it comes to dealing with people of that substance. Because I sit up here and put out of all those victims, and those people, I put myself in their shoes, in their family shoes. I'll be damned if my wife come telling me, "You come Nunu, can you come and get us?" Or our grandbaby we up here at this doggone store somewhere. Some idiot got to shooting, and probably some people got killed. Nah, bruh. Oh no.
and there was a family that came looking for their aunt. Her and her fiance was in the aunt and the fiance was in the grocery store, and they separated aisles. He went to go look for something, and when they heard the shooting, they said he took cover in the freezer, but he couldn't find her.
See,
He couldn't find her, and they never said whether or not she was one of the victims.
my wife better know how to duck, dodge, move around. No, you better not. Don't just sit up there and be no goddamn victim and freeze the shit. Get the fuck away from that. Excuse
Mhm.
my French, but that's real. Until either some help come or you can get. No, you. It ain't about well. Okay, I gotta save the next. No, you gotta save yourself as well. You gotta be able to move. But even if somebody's coming in randomly like that, I mean, my spidey senses is gonna kick in. Even if I'm armed, I'm not gonna turn around. I'm gonna be smart about it because you can also get in trouble trying to be super Negro, superhero, Lone Star Ranger.
Right.
Unfortunately, in today's time, you can't really even save the next person without some type of legal ramification. Unfortunately, so in these situations, it's like damn if you do, damn if you don't. He should have somebody somewhere somehow should have been already heated and loaded up and should have already had lit his ass up.
Mhm. And no, so what do you say in this instance? Do you make those family members, the father, the mother, or whoever, do you hold them accountable as well? Because he's so young.
He ain't that young. He a grown ass man.
He's a grown man, but he's 18.
He's 18 in the military and he was enlisted in the military. So no, he's a
Okay.
grown ass man.
Okay. See, I don't
No,
know all of the details. I just know what was.
prosecute whoever gave him the weaponry and got him right. That's who you prosecute as well. You send a message, whether it's a you got to do something, whether it's a humongous fine. And I'm talking about, I ain't talking about no slap on the wrist fine. I'm talking about where they're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay restitution, punitive damages, and compulsory damages, all that for the deaths and all that stuff. I mean, all of it. I mean, everybody getting sued. I'm sue everybody that got something to do with that, but at the same damn time, nah. And put a nice bag on his neck. That's the only way that's gonna be. That's justice to me because there's no way in the world, man. Please, there's nowhere in the world. Why would you? What are you trying to prove at that age? Like, okay, you really don't. Okay, well, cool. Now on some real underground shit. I mean, yeah, they say, well, innocent people ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, did his family also know that he was like that? Can't tell me that you don't know that your child is a
Something.
redneck white
Yeah,
supremacist.
that's what I'm saying. So you
They need to be dealt with too. As far
exactly.
that's just me, as far as I'm concerned,
That's what I'm saying. They know.
they need to be dealt with too, mama and daddy.
He had issues, and him leaving and going to the military to further
Yeah, his agenda. Yeah,
how to,
they all need to be
how to
dealt with.
heal, and he probably had to go into the military because of some other issues that he was having, and it was some way to avoid getting it, prosecuted or something like that. That kind of thing.
They need that quiet time, that right before you take the communion at the first Sunday of the month. That
Let me
meditate, they need that quiet time.
acknowledge some of my comments I got in here. I'm not going to stay on here long. But I did want to address this. Let me go back up and acknowledge some of my comments. And I want to give a proper greeting to Vibrant Love. Thank you for coming in and for your contribution to the chat. I really appreciate you. They said he had the gun to his chin and police talked him out of it. Should have let him. He should have killed himself first. They said he also had a manifesto. The mayor shopped at the market. They said earlier week. Oh yeah, and they targeted a Korean neighborhood, and it's just crazy. Like I said, what makes them feel that they are so freaking entitled? Why do they feel they are so entitled?
White man from town.
Mimi, thank you for coming in, darling. Why they feel they are so entitled? What makes you think that you are the superior one? Like you are the one and only chosen by God. Stop that. Kill that noise. Kill
White
it.
power.
I don't feel like any one race is more superior than the next one. I think we are all children of God, people of God, and I just don't, that's too much for me. That's too much for me.
No, anybody on that level ain't no child or nothing to me, nowhere near me, related kin to me in a human family or nowhere near the guy. They need to be put down like the mutt that he is. Simple and plain. He's a hybrid out of control.
Right.
God ain't got shit to do with that man. Nothing in him.
Thank
Nor his bloodline, as far as I'm concerned. They all need to be put euthanized. I'm trying to be nice about it.
you. Yeah,
That's
please.
a friendly way to do it. That's what you do to a sick animal. You call a vet when the animal get out of line.
That's just crazy.
When your livestock is sick, you call a veteran to die. You trying to figure out what's going on. And just some livestock
Slow them
just
down
cannot.
so they don't affect nobody else.
Yes, some livestock just has to be put to sleep. Euthanized.
See, what do you think about the little boy that came to the door with the whip?
He need his ass horse whipped too. He need to be tied up. They used to whoop. They used to whoop our ancestors' kids' asses with them big ass bull and horse whip, tie their ass butt ass naked, whoop their ass from sun up to sundown. And they were little kids.
He
So
said butt ass nigga.
so he don't get no
Well,
pass. If you come to my doggone property beating on my door and you expect to literally you think I'm gonna sit up here and let you watch I'm gonna sit up here and watch you let you beat my child with a whip and you're up here beating and banging on my door and then you just hit my property and then your punk ass daddy bring his bitch ass outside and I done showed him something and then I call him out and then he wanna go and grab his little pistol. Oh yeah, bro. The
Oh,
beef is on.
he came out with it. He came out with the pistol.
Yeah, no, the beef is on.
Every intention of brandishing his weapon. He
Okay,
came,
that don't scare me. I got one too. I mean, okay, what the fuck is that supposed to do?
and not only did he brandish it, he shot it.
Yeah, he shot. Yeah, he shot it, but his dumbass almost shot himself because he was too busy trying to be like he trying to be still,
Oh,
And
almost
then
shot him, and his daughter was standing behind him.
his
Yeah,
dumbass shot it at the ground at the wrong damn place and damn near ricocheted and shot his own damn self, idiot.
and then he was trying to say, yeah, but my boy said your son jumped him on the way home from school. They said my son is 13 years old and don't even
so
go to the same
so
school.
this reminds me of that incident that we talked about. Remember when the white guy had came uh next door and started swinging a belt on the little boy who was playing at his auntie house, and I guess they were too loud while they were playing basketball. And he just came on there and started swinging belt at him. Remember, he knocked him down, pushed him up against the garage. The little boy was like 10 or something. But I'm like, I get where, it takes a village and all that kind of stuff, but some people don't, uh, you just don't walk up on anybody's child and just hit them just because you're mad at them. Or because most people who trying to hit somebody else's kid, you guarantee they ain't whooping their own.
Exactly.
Guarantee that.
You and your
Exactly.
child gonna get your ass
I mean,
done.
somebody try to whoop them. I'm telling you, somebody try to whoop on my kid, it's gonna be big problems.
Big trouble.
Yeah.
Big problems. I don't play
Oh,
that
you
shit.
you
Only a few
sure?
people
A
can whoop on my kids when
9-year-old
they was little,
girl.
and that was a
And then
very close
you
family.
gonna say you said your son came home saying that my 13-year-old son beat him up. Then why you looking for my 9-year-old daughter? What the will?
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
It didn't make sense at all. And why is it okay? Come on, we already got
If
it.
her son jumped his son, he was trying to whoop her daughter?
Yeah. He said his excuse was, well, your 13-year-old kid jumped on your son jumped on my son. And they said, first of all, my son 13. Your kid ain't that old. Second of all, they don't even go to the same school, so they don't even come the same route.
Mm.
I'm confused.
That's what they were saying. Who is this? I don't know his name. Shut the show. Oh, that's Karma. Girl, you almost didn't get in, sir. I didn't
You didn't know
recognize
the
his
picture?
name. I
You
didn't
didn't see the
recognize his
picture?
name. I'm sorry.
Nah, we don't be reading around here. We would want to know who niggas is and who the hell ain't.
And you know your sister have blind and one eye can't see out there. Hey, fool.
Miss shut shit down. That's me.
Girl, you need to shut this one down. So listen, how old is your daughter, sis?
My daughter is 11, and I'd beat the shit
So
out that little boy and then take him home and beat his
you need
daddy
to
ass.
let me ask you a question before you.
I'd beat his ass and then drag him on to his house and beat his daddy ass with that whip for allowing that little motherfucker to come to my door.
Exactly.
I thought it was the son that came, I mean, the dad that came to the door. I'm tripping.
Okay, listen. No, the dad of the black dad went to the white father's door.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying I
No,
would
I'm
have beat.
telling T because T didn't
Oh,
understand. Explain to her, Karma, what happened because she didn't.
so the little white boy came and knocked on the black people's door. Well, he wasn't knocking, he was beating on the door with the whip.
With a whip.
And the ring doorbell caught it. And the mama came to the door and said, if you don't get your ass off my porch, she cussed him out, send his ass on home. So I
Of
guess
course, but
when
no need. Go ahead.
the black father got home, they decided to go over there and talk to the white parents and try to resolve this like adults. And that's when, I don't know, you said that was the mama, but wasn't that the daddy that came to the door, the little white boy daddy?
It was the mama narrating.
Yeah, the little black boy's mama was narrating. I mean, the little black girl's mama was narrating. The little white boy's daddy came to the door, and because the little black girl's daddy had knocked on their door, and he was trying to talk to him civil, because I guess in the process, the little white boy had done something to their car,
He hit it
and
with the whip. He struck it with the whip, girl.
they neighbors ring caught it on video. So they trying to tell these dumb motherfuckers, hey, we got your kid on video. Not only did he come to our door and harass us, he was sitting there, he done caused damages to our car. So we got two videos of them. We got our video and we got the neighbor's video. You got it on video? Well, that's what we just told you. We got it on video. We trying to show it to you. Well, y'all get off my property. You standing on my vine.
On
How
my
about I wrap this?
grapevine.
Yeah, how about I wrap this grapevine around your fucking neck? Will you understand then? Because there's a disconnect somewhere between your ears and your brain.
Put a hole in that shit.
I'm like shit, and then
You understand
he gonna
this?
brandish the weapon and then let a shot off. Oh, we doing that now?
Yeah, it's going down.
So the white dad shot his gun?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the white dad had
yeah.
when he answered the door, when the black father
He had it
answered
behind
the
his
door,
back.
he answered the door with the gun behind
Wow.
his back.
Wow.
And so when he asked the black boy to run off, the black guy was like, I bet you wouldn't come out here talking all that crap. He shot a shot off.
Did they call the police?
He got arrested.
Good.
Yeah, he got arrested.
Nah, he need his ass shot. He don't need to be arrested.
He got arrested, but see,
Bro, I want to shoot everybody.
that little boy ought to have been arrested too because he caused damage to their car with that whip. He hit the car with the whip and put a big scratch on it.
Do you automatically brandishing the
Well, I
firearm?
tell you what, shit, hit that motherfucker. Shoot, every time my son see that nigga, I mean white boy, I'll be like, whoop his ass again.
Nah, he gonna pull that down. I'm telling you, every time he go anywhere outside of his home, he getting shot at every single time. He moving. He
Bro,
moving
we
out
can't
the state.
shoot everybody every time for
And
everything.
we lied.
Bro, but even get your bro.
Nah, that means like you know how we doing in the hood.
In
It's
this
on site.
one, in this case, yeah, it's on site because
On site
not
every
only
single
was
time.
the child
I ain't talking
disrespectful,
about shooting
but
nobody. I'm talking about, yeah, not shooting them.
Nah,
right,
it's
I'm
just on
saying
site. I'm dumping on him.
Yeah, on
Simple as
site.
that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about fighting. I'm telling my son,
He ain't gonna
tag
fight.
his ass. Just tag his ass. You see him at the basketball court, tag his ass. You
He
see him at
probably
the
gonna have a
ball, tag
gun
his
every
ass.
single time. If he came and answered his door with his pistol, I can guarantee you, after he didn't got shot at a couple, 2 or 3 times, he definitely gonna have his pistol on. He gonna be scared as hell.
They of course
every time.
weapon. They apprehended the weapon or whatever. They should have took the whip too. Hell. And the
Yeah,
little boy.
Nah, I would have got me a good
yeah.
old,
Put his punk
good
ass in
old, good
juvenile.
old weeping
Make him a
willow
juvie.
guns. Shoot, tie them motherfuckers together.
And
He's
the
a
way he
reject.
cracking that whip like, my daddy told me to do this.
Like I said, they need to be tied up in horsewhip.
Hey, motherfucker, your dad need to tell you to quit watching Roots. Because Roots will get you fucked
Mm.
up.
Horsewhipped.
Shoot, I'm going to send it to Kunta Kinte, motherfucker. Roots will get you fucked up. Bring that
Brand
bitch
his
back over
ass.
here again.
Y'all think I'm playing? Brand his ass. Put on one of them good old pipe. Get a good pipe and hot iron. Brand his monkey ass.
Tar and feather they ass. That's what you do.
Yeah,
A
that's
good
what I'm
old
trying
ass
to tell
whooping
you.
works really good these days, bro.
But my whole thing is what makes them feel so entitled? Where did that come from?
They been feeling that way.
Ooh,
Well,
They white, we black. They been
but
feeling that
why?
way.
Why?
I ain't black. Don't call me black. They know
Like,
what I
they been
am.
feeling that
Who
way for
started that
hundreds and
rumor?
hundreds of years. They been
That's
feeling
what I'm
that
saying. Who
way.
started that rumor?
Them the original niggas.
They been feeling that way since they brought us from Africa.
Who lied? Now see, here's the thing.
They went over there and snatched our next of kin up and brought them over here to try to add on to
They been
the
feeling
ones that
that
was
way.
already over here.
White people, not all white people, because there are some really good white people out here, just like any other nationality. But a lot of them do feel entitled. A lot of them do feel entitled.
Some of our next of kin was already here.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Just want to add on.
It's what they saw and what they learned by their parents and their grandparents and their great great grandparents. Whether we was here or brought on the boat, they always felt entitled. Like even the
No
people
niggas.
here who were free black people, they still got treated a certain way by white people, whether they had papers or not. So they always felt entitled over us. The shit ain't really changed. It is not gonna change until a lot of these old head white people start changing their ways and start rearing their children differently.
Nature
That's
gotta
the
take
only
its
way
course.
it's gonna change. And we can do all the marching and stomping and crying and flower bringing and swinging that we want to, but it's like those their elders and shit. Some of them still have the same beliefs that they great grandpappies had years ago, and that's why
Nature.
the motherfuckers was climbing the motherfucking White House. I mean
Yeah, the Capitol.
yeah, shit.
That's why nature needs to
Storming the
take its course.
Capitol.
They feel privileged. They feel entitled. Like they should have every fucking thing.
They said it's at their house. You didn't hear them chanting that? It was their
Yeah.
house.
Motherfucker can't even
Taking
get
their
that
house back.
motherfucker on a regular basis, but now today is your house.
How many times the White House has been
Your
burned
ass
down to
living
the
in the
ground?
trailers, but today this your house.
You know how many times that regular ass building has been burned to the ground?
Yeah, I know.
They need to do a house of poetry move on the White House.
Oh, Carmen Diva. They bringing Church's Chicken back. I wonder if they're gonna put it right next to where the house
Yeah,
of
they're gonna get that good old rat meat. Y'all gonna be good.
Can't wait to have a churches here again.
I can't either. I just hope the shit is good.
Yeah, it's gonna be them
I know
rat
the ones
wings.
in
You'll
Kansas
see.
City be banging.
It's gonna be them them
Shit,
garlic seasoned
when they
rat. They're
brought
gonna be the garlic seasoned rat with meat wings.
Would
You'll
you
see.
stop?
when they brought Time Out back, I'm just not impressed. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just not
That's
impressed.
some goose meat.
I ain't ate time out hell in years.
I
Ain't
ain't
no way
eating
no natural chicken
no.
that doggone big without that.
I ain't trying
Oh,
to
you talking about their churches?
eat.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Churches chicken, I swear them motherfuckers, they ain't just on steroids. Them chickens work out. I promise.
Time Out chicken. They be wearing headbands and running shoes. What you
Yeah,
mean?
that's
They
that
be
rat. That's
on
that
the
rat
high
meat.
treadmills or something, lifting
Y'all
weights.
getting baby rats.
Come,
You don't get that baby rat wing.
Had baby rat wings. Oh my god.
she said,
But
Rats
"I'm
don't have wings, bro. Rats don't have wings.
Well,
That's
they gonna make them look like chicken wing. It'll be some rat meat.
would you stop, bro? You
oh
don't
my
stop.
god.
you
Okay.
saying they feeding us pigeon meat? What?
Yeah, they feeding y'all goose meat.
No, them is
Uh,
owls. Nigga, them owls.
yeah, that's right. There's owl meat over there. That time out.
Okay, y'all stop.
Okay,
I
bro started it. He started it.
know. See,
I
he
ain't
always
saying
be
nothing.
starting and not get in
All
trouble.
I said was they bringing Church's Chicken back to Omaha. That's all I said.
That
Yeah,
goose meat.
you talking about is working out.
Cause he talking about how big the chicken is, and the chicken at churches is huge. And I believe they
They
not
got
just
more
get
church wings.
they
That's
on
why you get the
steroids.
bubble
They
guts
on the
soon as you
steroids,
digest.
they on the pills and the shot, and they be working out with the little irons. They got little pumping irons. They got
You
little
get
barbells.
instant bubble guts with church's chicken. As soon while you eating it, you getting bubble guts.
But the
I
last
know.
time I had Church's Chicken was in
But it,
Georgia, Atlanta, and it was really good. I was like, so I hope it's
The
really good.
ones in Texas is okay, but that one in
we
Kansas
still
City,
have church.
man.
How you
Mm.
gonna be eating some chicken, give you bubble guts while you eating?
Oh my god. Sis, did you say you got Church's Chicken in Michigan?
No, we still got churches here. We still
Say
have churches in South
all we gotta do is order some from Sis-Lo. We ain't even gotta go to the
Don't y'all give my sister none of them or that old goose meat.
order us
I
some
want a
overnight
Whataburger.
chicken.
That's what I want here. I want Whataburger.
Oh yeah, now that you talking, and I don't even eat Whataburger, but there's a couple of places down here in Texas that got that
Whataburger.
bomb ass Whataburger.
I
I ain't
need.
never
I
had
want Whataburger. I
What's
want taco Cabana,
Oh
and I
no, that's all right. That,
that?
I love taco Cabana.
well, that's because they keep you drunk during the happy hour. I know why you like that. That's why you like Taco Cabana with them damn
Look,
margaritas, nigga. I know that shit
we
be
used to go
hidden,
there.
especially down there San
We used to go
Antonio
there on
across
my
the street
damn
on
lunch.
San Pedro by North Star Mall across the street. I'm
Uh-uh.
already knowing.
But I lived in Houston. We would go there for our lunch breaks,
Yeah, Taco Cabana will get you faded though.
and then come back to work.
Drunk as hell.
Uh, Margaritas get you right. They get you
So
right.
it'd be like
Child.
what, a couple
And
of
then I
dollars.
need a Williams. I need a Williams chicken here.
Who the hell is
And
William?
I
well,
don't know, but if they chicken work out, I don't want none.
I
Uh-uh.
want Miss
they,
Sis-Lo to come here and make us some chicken, Carmelita.
they chicken be doing aerobics, so don't worry about it. They ain't doing no heavy lifting. But
Miss
it is
Y'all need a
Your
Fargo's
chicken
up
be doing
there.
aerobics.
I'm sitting
a
up here.
who?
Uh,
I
It's
want
this
Miss Sis-Lo
family.
to come
They
here
was
and make
on the
us some
Travel Channel. They was on the Food Network. It's a black family down here called Fargo's. They got a smoke. They got a, barbecue pit. They oh my god.
I love a good old
No,
barbecue. We
I
need some
want my
barbecue.
Greenberg. Quit playing. I need me a Greenberg. That's
Well,
what
I'm
I
trying to
need.
tell
Who
you,
is
Fargo's, and they're not a. You would think they should franchise they shit, but yeah,
I
they
ain't
give you
heard of
that
these
prime.
places. I ain't heard of these places.
Greenberg. Oh, Greenbergs.
These niggas give you a
We have
dinosaur
Sound like
bone.
a jewelry store.
it's
no
what?
Greenberg is they smoke turkeys.
Uh
Oh
huh.
dear Jesus, that shit. I could eat a whole turkey if I eat a greenberg. I'm not playing. I can
Oh,
Bought
eat
my
a whole.
wife two. Bought my
And they
wife
ship
two
them.
bones.
Look,
so
cause they based in Tyler, where my mama's from. They based
they
in
ship them
Tyler, so that's where
frozen, and you just gotta throw them out.
they was even on. Oprah was passing them out on her show
Well,
one
how
year.
they ship them? Do they ship them frozen,
Yes, yes,
and then you just gotta put
they
them in the
frozen.
oven?
All you gotta do is put it in the oven and warm it up.
Really?
Reheat. They
Oh,
cook them and
That
vacuum and
shit
freeze.
is
oh.
oh, it's good. Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah,
Like
girl.
Y'all
And
got me
they,
sitting here. I
Hungry
can
and
look. I
shit.
can smell it now. I can open that box and smell it now. Just
but
mm.
anyway, my bag says we didn't mean to deviate from white man from town
I
to Grand
know
Rapids.
we done went from the KKK to Whataburger. Like,
the
who does
chicken.
that? Who
Of
does that?
all things, chicken.
I know. You see, that's what's wrong with us. Chicken and Kool Aid. That's what's wrong with us.
I
Exactly.
said turkey. I didn't say chicken.
Oh, we
Y'all was
No,
talking
started
about
talking about
chicken.
chicken though.
Chicken George's. That's what she meant.
There he go with Chicken George. Oh Lord.
See,
Well,
nowhere.
Kizzy,
Sis, do you
Kizzy out
got
there.
anything else to talk about before they go on and talk about watermelon and shit?
That was the end. That was just it. I just wanted to hit on that subject a little
Black
bit.
people, boy, black people.
well, shit. I mean, y'all don't remember that song? Y'all remember that song? Nigga like the watermelon. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, shit.
Mm-mm.
But see, I'm bougie now, so
Yeah, that's the
I
only
gotta
traditional
have
song.
my watermelon a certain way, my chicken a certain way, and it can't look like a whole owl.
Nigga
You
love the watermelon.
watermelon. What? Ain't that what
The chicken
Beyonce
just get up
sing?
out the skillet like I ain't dead yet, motherfucker. Oh,
He
sorry, I
Mm-mm.
didn't mean
used
to
to
I
wear
cuss.
the
know
black
I
Sorry,
ain't
face.
focused on it, though.
sorry, I didn't mean to
Oh
cuss.
dang, I was just cussing all on your channel. My apologies to her viewers.
I'm about
I'm
to.
sorry.
Right. Hey y'all, well shoot,
What black
maybe we
people
need to get
doing there?
maybe we need to maybe some brothers need to start
No,
need to
sis don't need to give y'all some rules before y'all come up on her platform because y'all be showing out.
maybe
Y'all,
we need to start.
you was the one that just started that cuss
I be up
fest.
here acting all professional and y'all be showing out. Like, damn.
She just started Cuss Fest 99 and she gonna talk about y'all.
Exactly. The queen of the YouTube cussing.
Right.
She
Gonna
the one she the reason why they gotta have a disclaimer.
Y'all gonna start
say-
talking about me. Y'all gonna
Actually,
start
bro,
talking
I
about
think
me.
she put that up because of you.
Y'all gonna start talking about me in front of my face. Y'all do it behind my back. Do it behind my back.
Look, I'm trying to then told you.
In front of your
Y'all think
face,
I'm
behind
playing.
your back.
See,
That
that's
is too
why
bad.
Sis-Lo gonna put us off her show. Sis-Lo,
Yep.
you
She
alright? Look
gonna
like
bar and ban us. She gonna ban us. She gonna dox all of us.
she
Watch.
gonna
Watch
edit.
this.
She gonna edit all this out. She gonna edit all this out. She gonna edit us out like
Gonna
all.
dox everybody. She putting
So
all
like
our
we didn't even
addresses.
No,
exist,
please
like
don't
we
dox
wasn't
us,
even here.
Sis-Lo. Please don't dox us.
Lord have mercy. Stop that.
Dox me, Sis-Lo, dox me.
Stop all them
Shoot, if
rules.
you dox me, you gonna find out I owe a few bills. Yeah, I do. I do. I do.
Mm.
Right, if you that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna dox me, go on and see how many bills I owe and why don't
And
y'all
make
each
sure you
take
send me a
one.
cash app. Send me a cash app so you can help me
She
pay
gonna
my.
blow
Each
all
of
the way
y'all
up
take
when
one.
Kels get out because we gonna interview him on her line too. Everybody gotta interview Kels.
Who's that? Who's that?
Free who, bruh? Who we friend?
Ooh, child.
Kels, girl. That Kels, girl. But
Oh,
yeah, y'all, for real, we gotta figure out a solution about these folks that's
I don't
running around.
see
I hope
nothing
y'all got some weapons.
wrong with a little interview. I
and
don't see
now,
nothing.
no.
I mean, you know,
Now, no.
it's nothing wrong. But for real, back to the subject at hand, it ain't nothing wrong with having a little Jesus. But sometimes you need a little firepower right there with you because he ain't gonna always be on time at
When
that
Jesus
moment.
say, let there be light,
Yeah, he might answer prayers, but
let
you
there
got
Right.
be
when you
light,
Like
call on him.
they ass up.
sparks and
Exactly.
light. Shoot. Pew, pew, pew.
When you call up on him, he gonna answer prayer. But at the same time, somebody need to be praying to him. So by the time he do answer, be like, oh, okay, you the one who was praying. You shouldn't have ran up on him, dumbass.
Oh, Lord.
That's Well, that's what needs to be. It needs to be lessons taught. You can't threaten life. This is the most precious thing in existence in the universe. Once it's gone and extinguished, it's gone. That's it. So why I'm gonna sit around here and let some idiotic, incompetent, dingbat, dimwit, dumbass literally take my existence from me because he don't like quote unquote niggers, aka moon drops, aka nigglets, coons, and shines, and boys and gals and nigras and all of the monkeys and shit skins and all of that they all this is all they derogatory. This is why they feel about us. But I know a whole plethora of they doggone feminine species on their side. They beg to say different. But they show getting their uteruses disintegrated
Oh
by the
my
day
God,
though.
that's another thing too.
And that's too bad. I mean, but at the end of the day, shit, one way or another, they got to get the hell up off this planet. And the best way to get rid of their ass off the planet, since we can't kill them wholesale, I guess we got to do the Donald Trump syndrome.
He
Got to
said
grab them by the twat.
wholesale.
Got to grab them by the twat. That's for those that prefer that.
He
They
said wholesale. Wow.
look. Brothers has been running around here running up in their women for since they went this. We just talked about it last night about the slave master's wife. Just talked about it. That's what's going on, man. It ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun.
Ain't no fun.
Oh, now y'all birth rate is at zero. Oh, y'all pissed. You got to think, 18 years. That means that by the time that he was 2 years old, his daddy and his granddaddy was telling him, boy, by the time you get my age, if you make it to see my age, you ain't gonna see nobody that look like us. It's gonna be looking like people like them. You better hope they show you some mercy. That's the type of people he's raised by. He's raised by an old world clan. Kyle Rittenhouse is his idol. I want to be like Kyle. I'm gonna drive a couple hundred
Oh
miles.
hell no.
I'm going up there to the right
Right, and he got away with it.
and got away with it. That's my idol.
Yeah, something that
White
we
power.
could never. And then what we talking about that last night, Sis-Lo?
White power.
The shit that they do that we could never get away with. And then when you say, why do they think they are entitled? This shit been going on forever.
They need to be saved.
We as black people or Chinese or
Black
Oriental or Spanish, it's just certain things that we know we the fuck can't get away with.
Actually, we can. If we know how to keep
I
our damn mouth shut, but we don't know how to shut our mouth. We tell every damn thing too much.
but you know what I mean. What I'm saying is, once we get caught, like once we,
Still
if
talk
I'm
too
not
much.
saying doing something in the dark, I'm saying like these white people, they do shit and it's all over the news. Like if the same shit happened to us, we couldn't get away with it. It's like it's bullshit.
Yeah.
They've been feeling entitled forever, and then it's like when you're dealing with that, and then the government,
They
who
definitely gonna make
feels
them.
the same way.
They punk asses. They
That's
don't
the
know
reason
shit.
why all these white cops be getting off after what they do to us, and other white, just normal citizens be getting away or getting a slap on the fucking hand because they always felt entitled.
They use that Dred Scott case.
Shit.
That's what that is.
They talking about this is a woman's world. This is a white man's world.
Look up the Dred Scott case. That'll give you all your answers to why they running around and killing us at wholesale.
See, that's why I keep to myself. I try not to go to many places because the person that I am today, is totally like 360 from the person I was in my younger years. Like the things that would
180.
off and would make me react to just knock you trying to get back in the day, it doesn't do that for me these days. I really think a little longer and react a little slower. And it's child.
Can't be too slow dealing with the devil. When you're dealing with the devil, you don't show no mercy.
Mm.
Because he damn sure ain't gonna show you none.
Yeah,
It's
well,
terrible. I mean, it just.
But everything else,
if we reacted to everything, bro, like with violence, we'd all be in jail with
oh
our
no
kids
doubt.
at home to fend for
And
themselves.
that's why a lot of them are scared.
I'm not
They
trying to
are
leave my
afraid that
kids
we are
and
going to
grandkids out
do
here to
them
fend
the
for
way they
themselves.
do us.
But I
It's only
mean,
a few things that I would honestly like go to that length, that route. It's only a few things that'll get me there.
Bro, y'all got a Texas
I'm not trying to
manhunt
be
down
locked
there
up for
for
the
a
rest of
murderer.
my life while my kids and grandkids is out here. I'm not.
mhm.
It's just a few things that'll make me go there. It
Well, it's
really
coming
is.
to that. It's coming to that point, sir. That's the thing.
Not with me.
No, I'm just saying it's coming to that point with the masses. I mean, if they are people, if these, you know, if they're bold enough, if this youngsters is bold enough to do that now, it's a domino effect. It can happen anywhere.
I guess what I'm saying is like everything doesn't have to be the same reaction.
Right. Oh yeah, no doubt. You
Like,
ain't got to get a
like
reaction out
your
there.
What
reaction,
she's
bro.
saying
Your
is,
reaction, bro, is to put somebody 6 feet deep in any kind of reaction. Like
Right.
it's like
I
every
want to pray
reaction
for
don't deserve every treatment don't deserve the same reaction. We just can't go around shooting up people all the damn time because we don't like what they did.
pray for
It's. I mean, I'm not gonna say I wish it could be like that, but then we'd be in a whole different world
There we
where
go.
people just be out here, everybody be running around just shooting everybody up.
Outlaw, goddamn
You walk through my rose petal garden, I'm shooting you. I mean, it's like
it.
we all just that we can't have that as the only result of action all the time.
right.
They
It's
talk
like none of us
PhD.
will be here. The prisons is already full enough. I ain't trying to go to prison just because somebody came to my door with a whip to whip my
They got
daughter.
me
Now I'm gonna have
doing
my daughter and my son fuck that nigga up every time they see him on sight. But I mean, it's just some things I really be like I said last night, white people. I said this last night. I said white people or cops in general, the ones who do us harm, not the good cops, but the ones who do us harm. I said they lucky. They really lucky that the world, the United States, every black person hasn't rose up and just got their ass when they got off. As soon as they walk out the courthouse, oh, we about to do a what's that movie? Time Diva Time to Kill. We about to do a Time to Kill in the courthouse.
Sam in your ear.
Samuel L. Jackson. They
Look at all
lucky.
burned in hell.
They lucky. Because when I think about some of the shit that white cops or white people in general do to black people, and they get to walk free, I be like, damn. I know there is somebody somewhere that's saying, I would give up my entire life to take that person out. But then they probably thinking about their kids, their wife,
And
their
it's like
grandkids. You know
it's,
what I'm saying? So it's not like I don't understand.
it's like that woman that lied on Emmett Till. I think she should have
Right. Like, oh my God, if
been
that bitch,
first. I
see, that's
think
what I'm
she
talking
needs to
about.
be convicted for that. Now.
She need to
That's
be
exactly
beat.
what I'm talking about. The way her son died and was tortured and mutilated and discarded, like that kind of shit would make you want to shoot up every white person in the fucking city.
She
You know what
need.
I'm saying?
She need
But
her head
then
cracked.
it's like if she would have done that, she would have never. We wouldn't have. It's certain things that we went through as black people in the day that made a little change. That made some type of change in our upcoming history. And we ain't where I don't know if we'll ever be where we want to be. But what's her name? Maney, his mother.
Mamie
Mamie.
Till Bradley.
Maney. I mean, oh my God! I give it up to her and her family for. I mean, it's certain things that just make you want to just. I'm telling you, just it's your mama, your daddy, your kids, your grandkids, your great grand, all y'all going. But it's like
Touch
I don't
one of mine,
know.
I'm gonna touch 10 of yours.
Yeah, it's just it's hard because some of the shit that's been done to us over the years. That's why I said last night, white people is lucky. I mean, I know it's more of them than us, but I think it's a whole bunch of more crazy ones of us than it is of them. We just
Mhm.
we just try to keep our shit, you know, concealed and under wraps because we as black people know how crazy we probably can get. And I'm not just calling us crazy like we need a mental institution. I'm just saying we're really emotional and we really protective. You know what I mean?
Oh, they gonna put me there.
It's like
Then
that
I'm
shit
gonna
with
do
her
some
son.
things.
I just, oh God, that hurts me every time I think of Emmett Till. Every time. And that's just one. That's just one. It was thousands and thousands of people killed back in the day for less. For just looking at somebody or not saying the proper greeting. They was just killing us left and right for no reason. Shit, you wake up in the morning and find your child hanging from a tree. What'd he do? Oh, he didn't shine my boots the way I told him. You know what I'm saying? It's like seriously though.
And that's what makes me so angry with us doing each other like that. You know what I'm saying? We taking
Because
another
all the shit we've been
other
through, you think
people, and
we
now
treat
we
each
gonna
other
sit up
better.
here
Mhm.
and abuse each other for no reason, like for something petty. You know what I'm saying? We just can't.
I know.
We can't coexist together for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it is deeper than like the stuff that happens on YouTube. It really gets on my nerve. But the stuff that happen within our families get on my nerves.
Well, you know what I say about that, and somebody else can chime in too. But the same way that the old heads raise the white kids, the same way we raise ours. If we don't raise our kids with the right morals and values and respecting us as a people and all that, like I was saying the other day about we was talking about when our boy, not our boy, but our friend Isaac was on here, the gay guy from New Orleans, and we was talking about
Mhm.
how back in the day it was nothing to be like, oh, that's gay, that's gay, that's gay. Every
Right.
time a dude did something that we thought was maybe queer or gay or something, that's gay. Why you doing that? Why you acting like that? And it was an offensive term back then. And I was telling Isaac, I said, I heard my two sons say that one time, probably in third or fourth grade, and they never said it since because I put my foot down. It's certain things I put my foot down. My kids ain't perfect, but it's certain things you will never catch my kids doing or saying ever, and they grown now. And see, that's the thing. Like the same way that white people need to change and rearing their kids, a lot of us need to do the same. We need to do the same. And as far as this Black Lives Matter and all this, and then we'd be like, oh, well, why don't we matter to each other? And stuff like that. We have to do the same. We really do. It's everybody ain't out here as black people out here killing everybody in the neighborhood, robbing old ladies, joining gangs and shit like that. We have to put our foot down and not when they 12, 14, or 16, but when they when they learn how to talk, when they learn how to walk, when they learn the English language. We both have to do that as white people, black people, as a nation, all nationalities. We'll never get along the way we want to where we all happy and go lucky. That's not life. That's not what God planned. So we always gonna have issues with each other, but we'll all make it a little better if we all like started raising our children a little bit differently to respect every and anyone. All people, black, white, Puerto Rican, gay, straight, bi, fluid, whatever, until we all as a nation do that, then we always gonna have this bullshit. White people shooting up schools, black people doing this. I mean, the white people ain't the only ones out here doing some fuck shit. They might shoot up a whole school, but we shooting up a whole neighborhood, every day. Black people is doing some dumb ass shit every day. And that's really sickening. And I don't know how
See,
you
what
feel about
pisses me
how
off about
either
all of that
was
is they're
shootings
killing people
and murders
instead of
lately.
going out there and uniting against those who are oppressing us, who are, continuously looking down on us and trying to, downplay our history, our the way we have influenced culture. and everything else here in throughout the world. Because it ain't just here in the US that black people get treated bad. Oh no. Ask people who go overseas to different places. They'll tell you. Look at what's happening in the Ukraine.
Right. And
Them
somebody just
motherfuckers is in the
offered me to
middle
go
of
to
a
Jamaica.
war and they still got time to oppress black people where they
Girl,
was making those
Carmelita,
African students walk. So,
Carmelita,
but what
somebody
makes
just
me
offered
mad
me to
is
go to
these black
Jamaica.
kids is out here, they shooting and killing people that look like them, that could be their cousin, but you won't get together and go fight against these people who are actually racist, the real racist, not the shit they run around. Oh, that's racist. No, everything you say is racist ain't racist. But this shit here, that's racist. Oh, I'm sorry. This stuff here, that's racist. So
Well,
y'all
that's
need to get
like,
together and go fight that instead of fighting each other over some shit you don't own.
somebody the other day sent me this really nice deal to go to the Caribbean or go to Jamaica or somewhere. Really nice package deal. And I said, I don't want to fuck to go over there. They was like, why? I said, man, they fucking us up everywhere. Shit, like, have y'all
Hmm.
been watching the news? Like,
Hmm.
really? I don't know what's going on. I'm not at that point where I want to travel out of the country. Not right now. It all looks good if people on Facebook, our friends and stuff, family posting their pictures and shit. But I'm like, fuck that. It's too much
Mm-mm.
shit to be going over overseas. Too much shit. I don't trust it. Not right now.
That and I probably wouldn't like the food no way because I'm picky. So I'd be like, show me the nearest KFC or McDonald's, please. And even then, they got weird shit there overseas, stuff that we don't even have.
Donkey meat.
There he go.
Can't take them nowhere. Y'all, I only got like 10 pounds of greens over here. I only got one more bag left. But I haven't cooked in so long.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all go. I just came on here to holler at y'all. I
Yeah, I
saw
put
the
go
I
ahead and
saw she
end
was
this
live,
thing.
and I was like, let me go on here and support sis, cause
I
she
still,
always coming on supporting us. So
girl,
I
you
said,
know
let me hit
I
sis
love
up and let her know I seen her live, and I wanted to come through and holler at you.
y'all. I appreciate you, boo.
No, not a
I
problem.
was
Love you.
thinking about you last Sunday too. You know, you was in my heart. I said a prayer for you.
Thank you. You know what? I did good last week. I even went to the cemetery and didn't cry.
Well, that's good.
And that was the first.
You know, I haven't been to the cemetery yet for either one of my parents. And my brother go wherever I go, so
Well, I went because my brother's not here, so somebody had to go out there
yeah.
and, put flowers out there for mama. So
I've never been since my mother left 10
that's
years.
what my mister said. He said, and his mom died when he was 14,
Yeah,
and
I've
he
never.
ain't been out there since they buried her. I was like, what?
See, my dad, they every Memorial Day they used to go. Everybody's great. My baby sisters and my
Hmm.
grandparents and all that. But I just, I don't do it. I just
I
can't.
mean, we used to drive down to Missouri so my dad could put flowers on his grandmother and great grandmother's grave. And we used to go down there every Memorial Day.
And my dad
But
is buried at the military cemetery. That's like about an hour or so away.
hmm
I just never went, you know. Now my cousins have gone because they don't stay that far. They stay in Flint, so they go over there. They go
I
out there.
mean, to some people, I understand
But my dad
that.
put a flag on his every holiday because he's a vet. So
I mean, I
but
get it. To
anyway,
some people, they're like, my loved one ain't there. That ain't nothing but, the shell. And I get that. But, you know, I still think about the physical. That's my mama in there, you
well,
know?
it's new for you too. That's still new. It's not,
Yeah,
I can dig it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. If that, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. This is what makes you, helps you through the day. You know?
yeah. Because
But
I didn't used to, I'm not a cemetery person. My family will tell you, like my grandparents, they go out there on like the anniversary of their death. They go out there for all the holidays and birthdays, and I would never go just because I I it's I could explain it to you, but I don't want people thinking I'm too crazy. But I've always been really spiritual, and certain places I go, it's like I feel some of them spirits,
hmm you
and
know what?
it's
I used to feel that when I was in the hospital, when I worked in the hospital.
it's really hard for me. Like when I went to the Oklahoma City bombing, the museum, I didn't know a single person there, but the end part of the tour, like after they take you in that room and they simulate how the bomb went off, and then you walk out and you're walking into like this chaos, basically what everybody who worked there went through. And going through there and just seeing actual objects, fit, people's real stuff in these cases. And then you got all these news media clips playing, and there's stuff hanging from the ceiling. And my mom's gone, but my brother tell you, I when I say I ran out of there bawling, bawling, like somebody close to me had been there. But I could feel the people around me, their spirits, and what they were feeling. I can walk in a house and be like, something ain't right here. I can look at a person, and my cousin will tell you within 5 minutes, I'll be like, yeah, I don't, there's something about their spirit. I don't like them.
You are a perceiver. That's what it's called. You are a perceiver. You are a discerner. You can discern
hmm
spirits.
And I mean, I've been like that since I was little.
Yeah, but you really need to read more about it so you can hone in on that gift. That's a gift. It's a gift. Yep. That's one. It's
I,
a spiritual gift.
I don't know. My grandma told, but see, it was crazy because I was like 8, and my grandma, I was like 8 or 9, and I'm playing with my cousins, and she just pulled me to the side. She was like, "You just like my mama," and I was like, "What?" She was like, "You gonna see and feel things nobody else will."
Hmm.
And you 8 or 9 years old, and I'm just looking at her like, "Yeah, okay, can I go play now?"
Yeah, that's what most kids
But
do.
I have seen and heard things and felt things that nobody, just like my stepmom, I kept telling them that I was that way. And she was like, yeah, right. And I was like, just like I said, when your dad died, I saw him. He was standing in my living room just smiling and waving at me. I said, and he had on like a white or a gray suit. She's like, Keisha, how did you know? I said, what? She said, "How did you know we buried Daddy in a gray suit?" Because I didn't go to the funeral.
Wow, that's
I didn't
deep.
go. I was still here, and they went to Arkansas to the funeral. I was like, how would I have known that if he wasn't standing there? It, stuff
That's deep.
happens. It happens, and I mean, stuff like that happens to me. It don't happen quite as often as it did when I was little, but it still happened. Like I said, as far as like being around somebody and being like, they spirit ain't right. That's still, oh, I'm still big on that. But yeah,
Well, I
that
appreciate
was.
you all. I'm gonna go ahead because I still gotta wash the rest of these greens and stuff. And
Oh, and you finna send me some? Cool.
girl, well, I could freeze them and send them to you for real, for real.
Nah, I'm a probably, you know, and now you say that, I might cook some greens tomorrow and fry up some chicken wings.
Yep, I'm getting those finished, and then
Right, yeah, grill some. Ooh, that sounds
I'm
good. Some
gonna
grilled
cut
chicken
my,
wings.
I guess I can cut my cut my cheese and stuff up tonight too. I ain't gonna mix my macaroni until tomorrow. I don't I don't like to cook that ahead of time because I like it
Mm-mm.
right out the oven. You know
Am I the only one that don't put it in the oven? I just cook it on the stove top.
what you cook how you want it, how you like it. That's the whole key.
No, I'm just saying most people, a lot of people that I talk to, they be like, "Oh yeah, macaroni in the oven, macaroni." I cook it right on the stove top. I don't think I've
Well,
ever put my macaroni in the oven.
it depends on what I like it. Kind of like a casserole kind of
I
bacon.
always do the oven. I ain't made macaroni on the stove in probably 20 years.
Mm-mm.
I like it. I like it with the different cheeses and stuff. The sharp and the cheddar and Colby.
Right.
You know.
See, and I use
And,
Velveeta, pepper jack, and sharp.
yeah, I put them in there and then I cut them up. I use some shredded and some cut up, and then I make a cheese sauce.
Yeah, I make a roux.
And then go on and check it out like that there.
There's something about that baked macaroni and cheese, child.
Girl, yes. And then I put the shredded cheese
Mm.
on top.
Mm.
Sometimes I might crunch up a few
A few breadcrumbs.
crackers.
Yeah, crackers and breadcrumbs. Yeah.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
put it on top of the cheese and
Yeah.
do that away.
It is
Nobody.
called macaroni. Look, it's called macaroni and cheese, not macaroni, cheese, and breadcrumbs. Okay, it's
Huh?
not what it's called.
That's like popular. What's about?
I said it's called macaroni and cheese, not macaroni, cheese, and breadcrumbs.
But that's what I'm talking about. The breadcrumbs is popular. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, you can use breadcrumbs, crackers, either
Or
one.
crackers.
Just give it a little, little
That is
crunch.
not the name of it. Like I just said.
Huh?
Add a little bit of crunch. Girl, y'all about to have me make some tomorrow for Sunday dinner.
Yeah, and I like
I really don't know what to cook tomorrow. I'm just like, I don't want to do nothing that's gonna take all fucking day.
well, I got greens, I'm making mac and cheese, a roast.
Mm,
Oh, see, that's some all day shit.
I found
no,
me
I
some
don't.
small.
I ain't prep for that shit. I
I
ain't prep.
found me some real small wings, chicken wings. I like small wings. I like them big
Yeah,
old.
I
Uh,
think I'm gonna
what
make
y'all was talking
it.
about the weightlifting.
that might be why I don't like turkey wings and turkey legs because they so big.
Girl, girl, now listen. Or the turkey wings, marinate them jokers with some season them and marinate with some Italian seasoning. Slow cook them for a little while, and then uncover them and let them brown.
Mm-mm.
That's what's up right now.
See, and my mama went crazy at one point. They they had them on sale down at Chubb, and she bought so many of them damn things we couldn't put nothing else in the freezer. And I'm like, I got a double freezer up here on my fridge, and I can't put nothing in it. I had to try to squeeze stuff in the refrigerator downstairs. I was like, mm-mm. So after she passed, that was one of the first things I gave away. I was like, who wants these turkey wings?
I like turkey wings and turkey neck. I stew them down.
The turkey legs and the turkey wings. I got rid of them. I gave them to my daddy. I was like, here you go, cause mm-mm.
Yeah,
I knew my kids wasn't gonna eat them, and I damn sure wasn't gonna eat them
girl.
unless they from Greenberg.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
A green bird.
Greenberg
If I see a
with a
green
G.
bird flying, I'm gonna show them about you.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, I'm gonna get off here, y'all, cause you know what? We will find something to talk about
Yes, we do.
because we just got that. We jail like this. I
Right,
love you
right.
guys. I appreciate you coming. Let's get together and pray for the families of the victims of the Tops grocery store shooting in
Yes.
Buffalo, New York.
And
Looking
I
in.
just want to say also, did you know I just was flipping through YouTube and I saw that 3 children were murdered in LA on Mother's Day by their mother and
I
older brother.
older brothers. I didn't finish watching it, but I started watching it when I was researching for this. So I'm gonna
They
go
were
back.
12, they were 12, 8, and 6, I believe.
And that's the one that's because the boyfriend don't like kids or something. Is that what that was?
I don't know. I didn't get to hear it because I was sitting here listening to talking to y'all too. I just seen it,
No, she
but
used her 16-year-old son to kill
Huh?
the
yeah,
younger. She used her 16-year-old son to kill the younger siblings. They talking about she was walking around the neighborhood,
yeah,
chanting, talking loud with a
and
Bible scripture, lighting up candles. And
they took her to the mental ward, and then the son, like a couple of hours later, came and said the younger kids he didn't think they was he didn't think they was awake or something like that. And it was like, well, if you killed them, I don't think they would be. I mean, you 16. You, you ought to know this, boo.
Mm-mm-mm.
So they
Girl.
arrested him too, but they only arrested him on one count of murder. But
Well,
still,
the way that they was talking, the guy that did the shooting, it sounded like they were only arresting him for one thing of murder. I didn't,
mm-mm,
but the way they worded it, that's what it sounded like. I'm pretty sure he got more than one though, because
mm-mm. Okay. Because I'm
people,
like, that's 10 people. How you only going to arrest for one
yeah,
or charge for one? But yeah, we need to pray for the victims, but we need to pray for our world
and a
and our
friend
sanity.
lives there, and he checked in as okay on the thing, and I was like, "Did you work there?" He said, "No, but some of his former employees worked there, and they were
Mm,
making it happen." So because his family knows that he lives in Buffalo, he just wanted everybody to know this.
mm, yeah,
From
yeah.
North Carolina, he's not even from there. He's from Carolina, but he's been up there for a minute. I really feel bad. Oh my goodness, for the
It
babies,
must be.
children that were in the store. You know what I'm saying? These kids gonna be traumatized for the rest of their lives and afraid to go in public because they're black.
What kind of store was it? Was it a grocery store or
Or Tops grocery store. The neighborhood
So you mean they in there buying they groceries, minding their own self businesses, and somebody come? That's just damn ridiculous.
yeah,
They were sitting ducks.
exactly. And that's why I was saying that they were saying that one of the men was deacon of a local church, and everybody knew him. He was a jitney, and everybody knew him. They was like, that was Deacon so and so. He he was the deacon of the church. He's a real nice guy. He been doing this up here for like, I think they said 14 years or something. They were talking about how nice he was, how he'd do anything for anybody. He went to, they named off the church he went to, everything.
This is and this goes back to kind of like how we talk about the predators and how people sweep it under the rug if it's their family member. Same
Mhm.
thing goes with somebody who ain't rap tight. You know is
Yep.
you know kind
Capable.
of cuckoo. You know need to be somewhere getting some kind of psychiatric care. You know they thoughts ain't pure, but what we don't say
Oh,
much.
that was something else. Somebody in the comments said when he was arraigned in a hospital paper gown.
Mm-hmm.
So you know they trying to build, girl, but
Insanity plea.
uh, they need to quit.
That's where they're going with that. But
To quit.
that they probably that might be what they put like people on suicide watch in too. That may be, but
You know, homicide watch if some of the family members off up in that piece. But he's
well,
just
when they put them in suicide watch, they are in what I don't know about there, but I know here they put them in individual cells.
they put they yeah they isolate them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead, y'all. I still gotta study my Sunday school lesson 4 in the morning. So
Okay.
I appreciate everybody dropping in. I love you guys on purpose. Ain't nothing you can do about it. If
And
anybody
we
else
love you back
breaking
just
or
as much.
whatever, huh?
I said, and we love you back just as much.
I appreciate it. I need it.
We all do.
I need it badly.
Amen, amen, amen. Ooh, can y'all tell I'm all stuffed up? My nose all stuffed up.
All right, well
No, but
y'all.
we know you loud.
Well,
Wow, what the hell? I ain't even said
You
anything.
just can
What
look,
you talking
look,
about?
we all talking low and she came in all right. Amen, amen, amen.
oh,
Because my nose,
you live on Chuck E.
I'm
Cheese.
like, it might be from the room too, the echo from the room, but my nose is stopped up, child.
We still in Chuck E. Cheese mode.
Girl, Chuck E. Cheese, fuck Chuck E. Cheese. I'm just go to bed mode. What the fuck?
That
Oh,
cake
Sam, I'm cussing again. Sorry.
smash, girl. It was
Sorry. Didn't mean to cuss.
so good. I was like, I need me a piece of that.
A piece of what?
His smash cake.
Oh, girl, his mom just sent me a video like a little while ago. That boy was going to town on that cake.
They did what?
He was going to town on that cake. It was so good. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, the cake and cupcake was so good." So I'm back in the swing of things, taking orders again, and I
Oh,
got my
good,
first
because I was
order.
just talking about you not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, earlier tonight, about 2 hours ago, me and my cousin.
Oh shoot!
I'm
Yeah,
trying to remember.
I literally just. Oh, y'all know how I was, Carmel Diva. I was in full swing every day, all day, every week, every holiday. But when that Rona hit, I was just like, I want to be
Mhm.
safe. I don't want nobody all up in my space. So I'm ready to dive back in. I got my first graduation order in a few weeks. So
That's what it was. My little cousin is graduating from Bellevue University. And I
I'm
said,
telling
oh,
them to hit
we
me
should have
up.
plenty of blank her cake.
Tell them to hit me up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to
tell
tell
them to
him.
hit me up. 'Cause matter of fact, I was about to post that. I was about to post it tonight. Graduation, taking graduation orders. Because most people graduate around the 25th, 26th, 27th.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, shit, y'all better get your orders in now. But yes, I'm so glad to be back in the swing of things because you know that's what I like to do, decorate cakes and stuff. But
I like
yeah,
to
so
eat cake.
girl, and you know I'm not a eater. I'm not a white. I'm an eater, but not a cake. You know, shoot, I like to make it and make it look pretty and delicious
Hell,
for
my
others.
daughter made a red velvet cake today.
Ooh, see, she don't even need me no more. Oh, tell her
It
I don't
was a
care.
box
I
cake.
don't care.
It was a box cake.
It's
But I'm
okay.
gonna
I
tell
don't care.
That's
She
how
don't
I
need me.
start, girl.
And that is how it starts. I mean, that ain't how it started with me because I didn't even, girl, I'm telling you, when I first started making cakes, I didn't even know how to make a box cake. I was like, shit, I'm reading instructions on the box. Like, after my mom passed and couldn't make our cakes anymore, I started going to the box cakes and I started going to Walmart and other places. I'm like, fuck this shit. I just want to learn how to make cakes. So, yeah.
Mm-mm. My mama made me. I started out making cakes from scratch.
Yeah.
All my kids,
Those are the best cakes. Those are the best. But I ain't gonna lie. I make scratch and I make box. It just depends on what I'm doing. It just depends. Sometimes my shit is half and half, and I might use a box and then throw in a whole bunch of other shit. So
Mm-mm.
you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But my shit always be delicious.
got my butter.
Turns out great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Well,
care.
I ain't never
Sis-Lo, we
had
know
no
you trying to get
complaints.
off of here.
No complaints, whether box or scratch. I ain't never had no complaints. But anyway, Sis-Lo, thanks for inviting us on. We don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got to get ready for your dinner and stuff. So love you
And
guys.
I
Love
just
you,
want to say,
world.
keep it hood.
Keep
For
it. Oh
sure.
no, we can't say that over here. No, we can't say that over here. I was just about to repeat it after you.
Mhm.
No, Sis-Lo. Ours is I love you. How does it go, Sis-Lo? I
I
love
love
you.
you
Ain't
on
nothing.
purpose.
You can do about it. We don't
That's
say
right.
goodbye because it's too permanent. So we say later from now.
Ta ta.
Ah,
See ya.
Deuces, peas, and hair
later,
grease.
bro.
Yeah,
Peas,
later, y'all. Y'all be good.
and Vaseline.
Later, bro.
Free
Love
kill.
y'all.
No,
You too.
Sis-Lo,
Good night.
don't let him do that free kills over here, Sis-Lo. Don't.
Free
Sis-Lo.
who?
Kills.
Free, no, no. I'm about
Free,
to get
free
off of
little
here.
Robert.
I love y'all. Forget
Free
kills.
little Robert.
Bye.
Bye.
All right,
Oh,
y'all.
and we ain't supposed to say bye. My bad. Ta ta.
Praise white Jesus.
Oh my god.
All right, y'all.
Love
Be,
y'all.
love
Bye.
you too. Be good.
Damn praise white Jesus.